What's going on, you guys? It's Indiana Harley Guy. I'm back at you with another install video this week. And this week, today's install is brought to you by my friends at Eagle Lights. Alright, so as I said, today's video is sponsored by Eagle Lights. I will have an affiliate link with them down in the description below, where if you click that affiliate link, you will receive 15% off of your entire order across their whole website. That could be parts, that could be lights, that could be swag, that could be whatever it is on their website. You get 15% off by clicking the link below. That being said, it helps you save a little bit of money. It makes your bike look a little bit better, in my opinion it does anyway, as well as it makes things safer. People can see you easier, you can see easier at night, and it also helps the channel out as well. So what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be upgrading a little bit of the lighting on the old big red machine, the Road King. Yes, we finally decided on a name for the Road King. We're going to call it the Big Red Machine, after Kane, who is a wrestler. I myself am a wrestling fan, as well as the late 70s, early 80s Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine. It fits! That's besides the point. But today we're going to upgrade the headlights and the passing lights on this Road King. Let me show here to the workbench and let me show you what Eagle Lights sent my way. Alright, so this is what Eagle Lights sent my way. You got the part number right here if you're interested in these products. These come in chrome and black. I got the chrome, obviously, because there's a lot of chrome on the Road Glide. It also comes with a little QR code. You can scan right there. That brings you to the instructions of the install and stuff like that. But let's get into the box and see what's in there. Alright, so in this box, go ahead and pop it open. We have, looks like the connector for the headlight. And we have the headlight itself. I think it's going to be a lot better than these stock halogen bulbs we got going on in here. And they also sent this new ring. I don't know if we have to use this or not. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that, but this is the headlight housing ring. It does have the adjustment screws to adjust your headlights and everything like that, as well as, obviously mount it to the bike. I don't know if we're going to be using this or not. Depends on if we have to. Alright, and in this box, we have our two passing lights. That out of the way, and that's what we got going on for that. So let's go ahead and get these other headlights. Well, first we'll see I'll show you what the stock headlights are all about, and then I'll show you how to replace them, and I will do another visual and show you how these new lights are. All right, so these I got all the lights off in the garage now. I know it's not outside, but it's raining a little bit at the moment. You can see a little Miss Luna there. But these are the stock headlights. These are the low beams. Those are the high beams. Low beams, high beams, back to low beams. Alright, all you need really for this job is a Phillips head screwdriver. I don't think you need much more than that. So in order to get these passing lamps off, it's got a little clamp that this ring right here is on, or that holds it on. All you do is just unscrew that. Luna, you just want to be in the shot, don't you? As you can see, my dog over there, she really likes to be on camera. So she tries to find a way to be on there. And that falls off and this pops out. And you definitely do not want to lose that nut or that screw. Alright, it's got a tab on one side and a tab on the other side. And it should just pop right out just like that. Got one of them out. It'll be the exact same process for this side, so I'm going to go ahead and take this side out real quick. Alright, I got this side done, so I'm going to show you how I did it on this side right here. So when you get these new lights, it's going to come with this little plug on here with the bare wires right there. I believe this is for if it is a older bike. I want to say 2013 or 2012 and older. I think that's what this is for. You'll need this. But with this one, this is a 2017. It does not need that. So you just You'll just pop that off, and that'll just plug right in to where the old light plugged in. Another thing you will also need, there is a retainer ring on the stock passing light. If you notice on your headlight right here, on both sides, there'll be little notches. One there, and there is one right here. You notice there's the same thing on this ring. All right, and once you get this ring on, you're just gonna take your plug right here. And it does have a positive and negative side. You can see it right there. I don't know how well you could see it, but it does have a positive and negative. The side with the black is going to be the negative. And just to make sure you got them hooked up right, you can always flip the bike on real quick. All right, let's go ahead and flip this light on. Yep. She's hooked up. All right, and then once you get that on, like I said, the DOT safe, it's going to be toward the top, and you'll kind of finagle it in there. You do have to move it around a little bit because of this big old plug, but it will fit. It just takes a little bit of meandering to get it in there right. All right, and then once you get everything buttoned up, you'll slide this ring over top of the light. Make sure you still got your retainer ring back here in place. You want to make sure the screw that tightens this up is toward the bottom, and it should just slide right on just like that. Turn the headlight or turn the passing lamp until you get her lined up with the bike perpendicular, and then you'll just tighten this down. And you do want to make sure these are pretty tight, that way the vibrations of the bike going down the road don't jar them loose. Some people will use Loctite on them. I personally would rather not use Loctite on these for a couple reasons. One, because the bolts are long enough that even if it does come loose, you should notice it before it actually falls out. And two, you could get them pretty tight. See, I've never used them Loctite on any of these headlight bolts ever on any of my personal bikes or anything over the years, and I've never had an issue with them coming out as long as you get them tightened down. All right, she's in there good. She's lined up. They're looking good in there. Let's move on to this headlight. All right, the headlight just has this ring. Just has one screw down here on the bottom. Pull that out. Your headlight ring should pop off just like that. All right, I don't know how well you can see it, but in order to get the headlight off, this right here, this bolt, or this screw, and this screw, you do not need to touch those because those are for your headlight adjustments. The screws you're going to want to take out to pop this out are the ones that are on this back plate back here. You got one here, one there, one there, one down here, and one down here, here, and here that I've already got taken out. Once you get that out, the whole thing should pop out. All right, well, it looks like I'm going to have to pick this up at another day. They sent me the wrong connection. Apparently there are 3 types of connections that could be underneath this headlight. This is the 3-prong connection. It is actually a 2-prong connection that is underneath the headlight, so I need another adapter. So I'm going to have to get a hold of Eagle Lights and have them send out the correct adapter. Took pictures of the adapter that's on the bike and the adapter that they actually sent. And we'll pick this back up here in about 4 or 5 days when I get that part. All right, guys, it is about 4 or 5 days later now. I now have the right connector. I've already hooked it up just to make sure that it fit and it was good to go. So I took it back apart. Now I'm going to show you what I did to remedy this problem. And we'll get these lights all buttoned up on the old big red machine, the Road King. One thing you had to do, you had to take this whole adjustment assembly off of the old headlight. I forgot to film that part. But essentially, you'll be taking it off the same way I'm going to show you how to put it back on. So you got this little tab right here that folds up like that. That's where your outer ring screws into. That's going to go all the way to the bottom. That's going to be facing the bottom. Get your wires through there. And just kind of sit it in there and line them holes right up. Get your screws here. Once you get one of them in, the rest of them should line up properly. So let's go ahead and get this one started. I'm not going to thread them all the way in, just enough to where everything ain't going anywhere, just in case I got to move it around a little bit. Alright, as you can see, I got them all bolted in. It is still on there pretty loose. I did that for a reason, just in case I need it loose. And we've got the new plug, or the new harness plugged in. I'm going to go ahead and tuck that back in there for the moment. And we'll go up here and assemble the rest of this headlight. Alright, so the next thing you're going to want to do is get this spring, these screws. I already got one of them started. So basically these springs are going to go inside these holes right here. Your screws are going to screw in just like that. And these do screw in with an Allen key. So you're just going to go in, make sure everything's lined up and in there properly, and just kind of get them started. I've already got that top one in, not all the way, but you know, going in. Now, everything's in there, it ain't gonna go nowhere. So now now that I got that on, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these outer bolts down, or outer screws down. All right, so now I got all these tightened down. This housing ain't going nowhere now. Now you want to take your headlight, and you'll see it says DOT safe right here. That's going to be the top. So you're just going to take this plug this into your connection right here. Let's see. Stuff it all back up in there. It just kind of sits in there. And from there, you're going to take your outer ring. This is actually what is going to adjust your headlight. Line all them up with the holes. This might be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to have to adjust this, but we'll figure that out here in just a minute before we put everything else back on. Alright, I got everything screwed back on. I don't quite have it adjusted just yet, but let's go ahead and flip the ignition on and see how they look. Oh yeah. I wonder if it's normal for them to come on, like, their passing lights to kind of hesitate. See if you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, they hesitate for a second. I don't know if that's normal or not. Well, at least they're on. Now let's see how they look in the dark. Alright, I just tighten this up after you get her in there. And there is a little seal around here. You want to make sure that that's not pinched off or anything like that. You want to make sure that that's good. I think we are good. Yeah, buddy. All right, well, that is how I install these this headlight and passing lamps, these LED headlight and passing lamps that Eagle Lights was kind enough to send over my direction to install and review for you guys. I do apologize for the weirdness of this video. They sent me the wrong harness to hook up to the bike. So I had to wait about 4 or 5 days to get the new harness. And on top of all that, you know, it's been raining, so I apologize. I really didn't get to go outside and show you the difference between these lights. So I had to shut the lights off in the garage and did a showing of the stock halogen bulbs that were in there, as opposed to these new lights from Eagle Lights. And I think they're great. I don't really notice too much of a difference between high beams and low beams on the new lights. Maybe it's just me, I'm not sure, but I didn't really notice a difference. But I can tell just by shutting the lights off in the garage and turning them on that they are way brighter and you'll be able to be seen way better than the stock setup that came on the old Big Red machine. So, with that being said, I will have an affiliate link with Eagle Lights down in the description below. Go to their website through that link, eaglelights.com, and you will receive 15% off your entire order throughout the whole website, no matter what you order, through that link below. So again, thank you, Eagle Lights, for sending this my way. I feel very blessed and honored to be able to be partnered up with a company that was willing to take a chance on a lonely redneck from Indiana. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. But that's going to be it for today, you guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and click that subscribe button. And as always, ride safely. Have a good one, y'all.